Hello and welcome back to another video for Final Fantasy XIV with me, Meoni, and of course all of the Dawn Trail hype hot off of FanFest Tokyo is finding it very difficult to die down, honestly. I keep watching the trailer multiple times, but we don't have to wait for a slice of that Dawn Trail information. In fact, we just have to wait less than a week, because on the 16th of January, we of course have 6.55. In that, there's some new content. The special site, which is linked in the description right at the top, will take you to the special site. We've not looked at this for a while, but they've updated it. So if we click on the storyline section, there is actually a second part to Growing Light, if you were wondering. And it does show a couple of pictures, which I think a few of you will be very excited for. It says, with Zeramus defeated and the threat of a void-sent incursion now past, the Warrior of Light returns to the source. Their adventure at last come to an end, but really is there rest for the righteous, for an unexpected visitor has come knocking at the Baldessian Annex, eager for an audience with Eorzea's greatest hero. We've got two images. Probably the most important image here is we actually get to see one of the main characters for Dawn Trail, the entire reason we go over to Tural and the new world, obviously this character here. So I forget her name and I don't want to butcher it, but this is the heir to the throne, or the daughter of the heir to the throne of Tural, and of course she is a female Hrothgal. So this image you could stare at for hours. It gives you a good size representation, what they look like in the game. And I don't know if this is final. Obviously the graphics update is not here. That comes in Dawn Trail. So don't expect these to look like this forever. They might change in the future. But look at this character. I think a lot of people will be like, I want to make as many pictures as possible with this character. I love the axe. Look at this. So it would appear that she's a warrior, or marauder at the very least. And she's using this interesting star sort of thing on here with like a ring, like a door knocker almost. I don't know if that's supposed to be a door knocker. I don't know. That's my juvenile mind thinking that's the sort of thing you'd knock on a door with. Very nice design though. And then this axe. I can imagine a lot of cosplayers are going to be like, I am going to take notes. I am going to design this. It's got like ribbons around it. Very cool axe. And then of course we've got this gear, which is very, very atypical of like New World outfits. If you've seen any of the New World outfits in the game, this is as close to that. It's evolved quite a bit since that. It looks so much more detailed. We've got beads on the legs, these frilled sections. Oh, it's so nice, the difference between levers. In the next expansion, all of this is going to look 10 times better because each of the textures is going to get its own attention. So like I say, take it with a grain of salt. The game's going to look completely different, and presumably a lot of these characters will as well with the update. But 6.55, you'll get to do quests with this character. She's got like a lioness tail, which is adorable. I really like the female Hrothgals. I really do. I think a lot of people will probably disagree or agree, depending, but I'm seeing them as a success. Great design. The second image is, if you thought the Dawn Trail hype couldn't get any hyper, look at this. I'm not sure. Is this the palette? That's so cool. It's got like a weird ether coming from it there. That's not part of this background statue. This is something else. This is clearly what appears to be in Old Sharlayan, maybe Labyrinthos, but maybe she's discovering Pictomancer for the first time. Maybe this is our first flavor of this. So we actually get to see Krile's evolution into her new role in Dawn Trail as a duty support character. I don't know if they're going to use her before then as a duty support character. I have no idea what the actual patch contains in terms of content for her that she could be used in. But look at that brush. This could very easily be the starting brush that Pictomancer starts with, or maybe AF. I'm not sure. That is a really cool brush though. It's very basic, but you know, you've got that kind of almost Sharlayan design. That makes me think it was Geralf's, perhaps, you know, the other Baldessians probably, maybe it's the Baldessian secret. Maybe they're all artists. Sorry, Pictomancers. Those little vials of paint there. I'm starting to think that the vials of paint are actually part of their mechanic, like filling up different paint condensers, because we got red and blue. And if you think about Red Mage, how that works with the different ether magics, you know, filling the meters, this could very easily be like a clue towards what the paint might be. Maybe there's like a paint pot icon on screen for a job icon. I've not job gauge rather, words. I love the detail to this, and Krile looks like she's having a great time. I can't wait to see the storyline. Is it just me, or does her outfit look way more detailed than it ever used to be? That's the glow up we expect. And of course, you know, with the new changes in 7.0, she's going to look even cooler. I think a lot of people are hyped for Pictomancer, and if you're not, then maybe that's got you in the mood. But Hrothgal's and Pictomancer, Krile, shown in the first two images, what's not to be excited for? Of course, with the new challenges, there is actually something added in 6.55. A lot of people wondered where it's going to be, and I'm guessing it's part of the storyline now. I kind of expected it to be like Hildibrand or something, but it looks too good. I played this at FanFest EU. We got to playtest this. I did actually clear it, and honestly, it wasn't a very difficult fight. It felt like a normal mode. I don't know if they hyped up the difficulty just for FanFest. They typically have done in the past for trials, like with the Yojimbo trial. That was a lot harder than it was in the actual game when it released. So I don't know. Maybe this is MSQ. It says, called to Fafnir by mortal avarice and delighting in the clash of steel on steel, this manifestation of the battle-thirsty Azura will put your mettle to the test. These images are brilliant. But don't do her justice. In motion, she's amazing. And of course, if you're familiar with Final Fantasy history, this is not the first time Azura has been in. It is very, very cool. Very similar to Gilgamesh in the regards of, swords and arms. I think the natural reflection of that would be. But you'll also notice there are other phases, there are other moments. Throughout the fight, she basically does layered AoEs and explosions, and there's a lot of movement in this fight. It's not too difficult, but it feels more like a dance, which would make sense, right? It's like a Thavnerian dance. You go across and then you go across, and you're always avoiding AoEs, but it'll be interesting to see if there was any phases that I didn't see. Maybe it was watered down for FanFest. I have no idea. But of course, the outside of the arena is death, and you've got various apparitions of her appearing to duplicate those mechanics. So as the fight progresses, it obviously gets more complex, and she layers them over multiple faces and things. Very cool stuff. But yeah, I'm guessing in the MSQ then, I'm guessing it's a part of that. And there is actually a nice high-res image of her as well you can click on if you want to get a nice stock picture there. Thank you, Square Enix. I do appreciate these high-res images, and I believe there's more on the actual media section. And I think that's pretty much it. Oh yeah, there's Hildibrand. How can I forget Hildibrand? Of course, things that we're looking forward to in the somehow further Hildibrand adventures coming on 6.55 is, of course, the UFO mount that was talked about previously. And Yoshi P showed it off during a live letter a long time ago, so presumably we get that from this. It says, despite the stunning revelation that Godbrand, the founding lord of House Mandeville, was an alien of alien origin, it is business as usual for Inspector Hildibrand and his band of inquisitive misfits. They barrel ahead in their efforts to crack the case of Poo-Poo's missing companion, bringing them into conflict with the most meddlesome nemesis they have encountered to date. And of course, yeah, Dr. Luge, or at least clones of. If you've caught up with the storyline for this, you'll know exactly what's going on here. If you don't, then go do Hildibrand. Do yourself a favor. It's some of the most entertaining stuff in the game, and some of the most rewarding as well. Like, people don't sort of glow up the amount of rewards you get from that. Minions, glamour, all sorts of stuff. Branderhild over here and Hildibrand looking shocked, and then of course the cloned Lugays, perhaps, I don't know. Very cool stuff, but I can't wait for that personally. Of course, just to reiterate, 6.55 does have the last part, presumably the culmination of the Mandeville weapons. I'm not sure if they add like an extra stage in one of the future little mini patches or not. They have done that in the past, maybe not this time. It says, the successful application of extraterrestrial smithing techniques has brought the Mandeville weaponry to new heights of excellence. Poised on the precipice of perfection, could the entire endeavor yet be undone by the threat of mundane managerial woes? So, more tomes, if you were wondering. And of course, we don't get to see what the weapons look like until they're in the game. They will not do previews of these. The patch notes, when they do drop, will likely not have any images either. I would completely hide yourself from social media. Some people like to spoil things ahead of time. In the run up to this, go see them for yourself. Hopefully they're cool. I'm excited to see what stage they can be. Hopefully they're as good as Lux weapons, although that's a high bar to set by. But I will accept nothing less. I'm excited. And that's about it, really. Oh yeah, no. There's the Endwalker Alliance quest, isn't there? I forgot totally about this. Oh, we got 3 images for this. And of course, if you don't know about this and you haven't done your tribal quests up until now, make sure you go do your tribal quests for all of the Endwalker tribes. Not only are the storylines fantastic, but there will be some form of reward from this. It says the last dregs have helped patrons' happiness grow beyond what the laws of physics were once thought to allow. But could they be even happier? This is what Jammingway aims to find out, calling upon their comrade in Apron's network of allies to host the greatest event that the end of the universe has ever seen. Of course, we've got some great images. We've seen a couple of these before. Obviously, the DJ booth in the Best Ways Borough. Interesting armor there. Very interesting armor with the Laporte going, whoa. It's where they all meet, basically. And of course, we've got the Grabuloff. We've got the dudes that I forget the name of, like cyber dudes. We got the ghosty people. That's not what they're called. And of course, Omega, or at least Sigma. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see. Is that Guardian in the background? Why is Guardian there? Please no. But yeah, I'm excited to see what this is like. Of course, the previous Alliance quest for Beast Tribes, or Tribal Quest, the Alliance quest, has been many, many years ago. Wow, it's been a very long time. So it'll be nice to see how they wrap this up, how they bring this together, and hopefully they don't spend an eternity before doing another Alliance tribal quest again, because I really enjoy them. They're a lot of fun, and seeing the different cultures mesh together and sometimes don't mesh together, it's hilarious, quite honestly. The Namazu one was brilliant, absolutely brilliant. And I think we are safe to say that's it now. Although there is Tataru's Grand Endeavor, isn't there? Is there a section for that? There should be Tataru's Grand Endeavors, the next stage of that, or the final stage. Maybe I have missed that on the storyline section. I don't think they've added it to this page. Sorry for scrolling like this. I'm trying to see if I... Oh, no, there we go. Oh, it is in the patch. That just hasn't been updated. So expect to see some kind of reward from this as well. So there's a few things to be excited for. Probably not as much as you would expect from a major patch, which is understandable. It's not a major patch. But the thing to take away from this is we get some kind of trial content that could be very fun and hopefully rewarding. Tribal Quest Alliance stuff. Tataru's Grand Endeavors. Hildibrand, which has definitely a mount, amongst probably other things. And some storyline. New Relic Weapon stage. And our storyline, which I can't wait to see. Pictomancer Krile, and certainly last but not least, rather, our Hrothgal Overlord. I cannot wait to see her in the game, and I'm so excited to see where that storyline goes. I'm super pumped for Dawntrail, and this is the moment that Square Enix needs to, and Creative Business Unit 3 need to set down the what's going to happen in Dawntrail, what's the motivation. And I just realized that I cannot wait for 7.0 because Grahatia's hands look terrible. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Yeah, I'm glad that we're getting a graphical update because that's terrifying. Anyway, much love. Let me know what you're most excited for in patch 6.55. This next, the 16th of January, so not too far to go. We've got 5 days to go at the time of recording. And of course, check out the link in the description to go get these images yourself. Much love. Enjoy the rest of your day. And I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye.